today on 2+U Nevada.
You can get anything from, a low-grade tile to upper grade tile, but the thing about nowadays, everything is pretty strong. Your floor tiles are going to last you a lifetime.
Tile isn't just a consideration to replace your muddy carpet. All the design ideas you can get from Tile Alliance.
We do things kind of the reverse engineered way, where it's, all right, first lesson, you're learning how to play a song on whatever instrument you're coming in to learn.
Flipping the sheet music. Teaching music with performance first focused. Then explaining the fundamentals within each song. The success model behind School of Rock. Plus,
look for people that are either going to have some type of business message, some type of motivational message, or something really practical that you can take away and implement like that day.
An Olympic gold medalist is bringing his life story to Reno, how you can learn resilience from him, and where to get tickets. You're watching 2+U Nevada. Thank you for joining us for this edition of 2+U Nevada. I'm Sarah Johns, your host. As we head into holiday shopping season, I have a warning for all of you. And as I say this, I don't in any way want to sound ungrateful. So listen with the filter that I'm giving you a warning and I'm not complaining. Dave's family is so amazing and they send extremely thoughtful gifts to our children from Kansas City. They always put a lot of thought into what kind of gifts would support each child's love. Stella loves fashion. So his family sent us this amazing gift of fashion plates. Except I bought her this exact same set for her birthday back in August. So I go to Walmart last night, and unfortunately, Walmart cannot return these because they cost more than $20 and I don't have a receipt. The Walmart store that I went to won't return items without a receipt if it costs more than $20. We were turned away. And I'm embarrassed to say that I'm going to have to reach out to his family to see whether I can get a copy of their receipt. After a quick Google, while there is no specific $20 return limit at Walmart, items returned without a receipt are subject to a store manager's discretion. All of this is to forewarn anyone purchasing gifts this year. No matter if you know your family member will love an item, it'd be wise to include a gift receipt with everything, just in case. We are thrilled to have you joining us today for 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining us this afternoon, we've got Travis Villegas, the music director of School of Rock here in town. Travis, so excited to have you here this afternoon.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Thanks for joining us. And I love your story because you were going to school getting your master's in music education in Seattle, planning to relocate here to Reno, and you connect with the owner of School of Rock.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Keeping School of Rock all together. What is it about the School of Rock music philosophy that you like, especially having that education in music education?
Yeah, I think the thing that really stands out to me the most and makes it the most interesting and really different from the traditional setting is that it's a performance first kind of program. So we teach the kids how to play music first and then extract all the nuances and details and all the theory stuff from the songs. So, in the traditional, either in the school, like public school setting, or in the traditional private lesson settings, a lot of the times, not always, but a lot of the times it is, all right, you're going to come in, learn some scales, learn some techniques, and then down the line, we'll learn music, right? We do things kind of the reverse engineered way, where it's, all right, first lesson, you're learning how to play a song on whatever instrument you're coming in to learn. And then as you master the song, you go, oh, so by the way, that song just uses this cool minor pentatonic scale or this cool major scale. Now we can practice that technique and clean everything up.
That is so cool. And what's neat about it too is, children want that gratification. Right. Children want to know, okay, if I am going almost like a dance class, right?
Yeah.
At the end of a dance class, you've got a dance performance because you're learning a dance. Well, this is you are learning a song and you're learning to perform.
Exactly. Yeah.
So cool. Okay, so School of Rock here in town, you've got some great deals at the end of the year. That's good to know. Okay, so take a look at that. But now is also the time, I can't believe that you have summer break camps
Yes.
already open for enrollment right now. And you know those are going to fill up.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So talk to me about the different types of summer break camps that you have.
Yeah, so we have 2 different types of summer break camps, and we're going to have 5 camps planned for this coming summer. We have one called the Rock 101 program, which is for the kids who are completely beginners, who have maybe even never touched an instrument. But within that 1 week, they are going to learn how to play at least 2 songs. Their families will come in on the 5th day, and they'll play a show for them in our school. It's really, really cool.
And if you haven't seen the other segment that we did at the School of Rock, we were in their garage because, I mean, you're a garage band,
absolutely.
right? And it was so cool to see these kids performing. And then I went to your open house with my children and to see the whole band. So you had singers and you had drummers, you had people on bass, you had people on, I mean, it was really and truly the band experience.
Yeah, and it's really cool to have those kind of events where we can bring people from outside the school, but from the community to come in and see how we do everything. And it's great for those kids to have that performance experience too, because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing this for, is for the kids to be able to perform and be gigging musicians when they, finish the program.
So for these summer camps or for the lessons in general at School of Rock, do kids need to own their own instrument? How does that work?
So especially for the camps, they don't need to own their own instruments because we, like you said, we have everything a student could need. We have the instruments, we have the sound equipment, we have the facility. It helps to have your own instrument so you can practice, but no, it's not a requirement for us.
And then if you're taking 101, for example, and I'm asking as a parent because I'm thinking of my kids, but so one might say, oh, I want to learn to play the guitar, but then when they're at camp, they like the drums better. At what point in the music learning process does a family need to say, okay, you're picking this instrument?
Yeah, well, I always think that it depends on really what the kid's interest is, right? So if maybe they start on guitar and that's their entrance into a genre or just the style of rock music or anything like that. But then, like you said, sometimes they will start gravitating like, ooh, actually, I tried the drums at school and now I kind of want to do that. So we're very flexible in that sense. Of course, that we encourage them to stick to one instrument for as long as they can, but we all have different interests and they'll weave and branch out. So we're more than willing to accommodate a kid being like, hey, just for the summer camp, can I do drums or vocals or bass?
And for more information on School of Rock and for the education that a family can get, where do they go?
All right, so you can either come to the building. We're at 5890 South Virginia Street. You can visit us online at our website. You can call us at 775-862-7625 or send us an email at reno@schoolofrock.com.
And again, end of year deals going on right now. So it'd be a great December holiday gift, something to consider. And then you are registering for those summer camps.
That's right.
Right now.
Right now.
So they're going to book up. So if your children have any interest or an inkling to play any type of instrument, this is the time to look.
Absolutely.
All right, Travis, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining us this afternoon, Steve Ackerson, president of Tile Alliance, a Reno-based tile contractor. Steve, thanks so much for being here this afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
We are so excited because we are entering what I like to call the muddy season.
It's true.
And if you're sitting at home looking at a new stain and you have to shampoo your floors, Steve may have an option for you.
Yeah, like at our house, we did our entire floor is tile. We have accent rugs, and we have animals, so they track in dirt. We track in dirt. It's Nevada.
Yep.
So then you clean it up with a vacuum and a mop, and it's done. You don't need to call the carpet cleaners.
Well, and tile nowadays is very different than tile of old. Talk to me about the difference in strength, durability, even design.
Well, the tile is I mean, you can get anything from, a low grade tile to upper grade tile. But the thing about nowadays, everything is pretty strong. Your floor tiles are going to last you a lifetime. And there's so many different types, colors, patterns, things that mimic stone, wood, metals even, terracottas, in a porcelain tile, it just is going to last forever.
Well, and for folks at home who are looking around, looking to maybe redesign their home, tile's also getting installed in many different places. Where are you installing tile the most right now? Obviously, you've got the bathrooms and the kitchens.
Bathrooms and kitchens are, but there's also all kinds of backsplashes, accent walls. People are doing, plank tile back behind their bed to mimic sort of the, wood look. Mm-hmm. And
accent walls
in a behind the television.
Mm-hmm. And you have an image behind me that also shows tile around a fireplace.
We're doing a lot of fireplaces, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
and so that tile obviously has to be like heat resistant.
Oh, surprisingly, most tile will work around a fireplace. It will. Nowadays tiles are fired so hot that they survive being around a fireplace.
Now, the last time you were on 2+U Nevada, you were very transparent in telling folks at home that when you are researching a contractor, go to the Nevada Contractors Board website and look up any potential hire.
Absolutely. It'll give you a lot of information about a company, whether they've had any disciplinary action, what their bid limit is. You don't want to be hiring somebody that has a lower bid limit than the project you're doing. So it's important.
And it's also pretty cool that you're saying that. It's so transparent, like, yeah, look us up. If you want to hire us, look us up.
Look us up. And, the good contractors out there have nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm. And you use quality materials. Talk to me about how important materials are, not just the tile, but also everything that you're using to set the tile.
Yeah, setting materials have come a long way, and you can buy the minimum, and but you're probably going to expect limited durability with that. We use some high-grade materials, high-grade grouts that last a lifetime, that aren't going to crack. And we're using underlayments underneath tile so that we don't have cracking that goes through from the slab up through the tile.
Right. Well, thank you so much for being here this afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being so transparent, too. If people are interested in getting a bid or hiring you as a tile contractor, where do they need to go?
They can go to tilealliance.com, our website, or give us a call, 775-284-5083.
Steve Ackerson, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. I am so excited to have Joel Jansen, the owner of Sierra Homebuyers, with us this afternoon. Joel, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You are so recognizable because we've seen your commercials here on KTVN, but the star of the commercials, not you. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's not you.
I know. I'd say that. No.
Who are the stars?
The twin boys.
Yeah, how old are they now?
They're 8. They're 8, and they went on when they were 6 months old, so they've been.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, so.
Or 6 months old, sorry.
So you can't go anywhere with those boys now without being recognized, right?
We get called out a lot. And it's pretty fun, actually.
Uh-huh.
I was walking across Trader Joe's parking lot. A guy stops like, "You're that guy. You're that guy." And he's like, "With the twins." It was really fun. And you go in different stores and around town, and yeah.
So the twins, what do they think of their fame and Dad's business?
Well, they now are old enough to try and bribe us during the TV shoot, so that they get excited about, and maybe a dinner out after. They get a little shy sometimes, or at other times they're like, "That's me." Yeah, that's me when they get called out.
That's so cute. Well, juggling life, juggling parenting, and working, it takes a lot, but you do it with grace.
I fake it well.
But you actually are there holding people's hands through some pretty tough times. Kind of go through a broad brush of what Sierra Homebuyers does.
So a lot of people reach out to us to sell their house directly. Different reasons. Some of them they want to do it fast. They just want it simple. They want to do the traditional route. They don't want to do the repairs. So then after that point, they call in and we would schedule an appointment to go out the house and check out the house. And from there, it's a big problem solving. We're working together to try and figure out what are your challenges, what are your thoughts? Because people say they've been waiting a year or two or thinking about this for years and just don't know how to make a decision on what's best for them. And we go through that, and by the end, they're like, wow, you just figured out years of what I've been trying to do in less than 2 hours.
And the stress, because you're dealing with sometimes people who are in financial straits, or the children who are taking care of their elderly parents.
Yeah, they rightfully have a lot of stress. That's the way to say it. And our goal is just to figure it out, to eliminate it. And that's the cool part, is seeing the relief when they're like, I can do this. This can be done. I didn't think we could get this done. I didn't think about this way out. Wow, you brought something new to the table I never thought about as an option. And honestly, a lot of times we aren't the right match, and I'm the first to say it. My team is the first to say it, but we promise to guide everybody to what we think is best or give them suggestions, because one of our goals is to leave every interaction better than we find it.
So after you had the boys, or after the twins were born, how did that change your perspective on the business that you do?
Oh, okay, you got me. I understood more who was helping on the sidelines versus the front people. When you don't have kids, it's a little different that way. You're just thinking about the parents or the couple or whatever the scenario is. And then understanding some of the challenges that the children might be going through, being part of it or supporting or dealing with an inheritance after and all that emotional stress, it made me focus even more on those parameters as the problem versus running the numbers or something.
Right. And did that enhance your company's core principles?
Yeah, I would say, because the two mottos are find a way and leave every interaction better than we find it. So we've got to put on our brains here. Like our DNA is not no, it's get creative. Because I hear so many businesses like, we can't do that because of this. I don't want that the norm. That's hey, we've uncovered every rock, and that's the only way it gets down to a no. So you just get more determined, more focused. Like, how can we really find the way to solve something? There's some deep problems we have to come up with and solve.
Yeah, tough market, huh?
Tough market. And also there's title issues. There's banks. You've got financial stuff going on. You've got property condition. You've got time restraints. You've got job restraints. So it all bundles together, and then throw on a little slower market or anything like that going on, and it just creates more uncertainty.
Mm-hmm. I want to go back to your company's core principles, because you are so giving in the community. Please run through the charities that you guys give to.
Okay, so every quarter we do a give back here locally. So Ronald McDonald House, which then helps with families in crisis during medical emergencies. We do the Boys and Girls Club, which is kind of investing in the next future. We've done for the Eddie House, which helps homeless youth kind of find stability. And then we do the Veterans House as well, which, honoring those who served, since we work with a lot of vets as well. And that's every quarter, not just like a one-time event sort of thing, that we're always trying to look and see who we can help in the community. So basically, whenever you sell a house to us, you're indirectly sponsoring and helping out all those, organizations as well.
So if people need to get in touch with you and want to learn more about your company, where do they go?
Okay, so you can go to sierrahomebuyers.com and fill out a simple form, and we get back to you really quick, especially during business hours. You can call 455-4500. You might have heard that jingle before. You can check out our social media for a lot of our community donations and things like that. But my biggest thing I hear is, when I hear people say, I wish I would have called years ago, is that making the call is the hardest step. So if you're overwhelmed or stressed or just need some help or some guidance on what to do with your house, we are here when you are ready. Please give us a call. We'd love to help you.
Joel Jansen, thank you so much. You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. So excited to be joined by Nayla Garcia this afternoon. She is the volunteer manager of the SPCA of Northern Nevada. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I feel so privileged.
Well, we love the fact that you are here. We love the fact that you are Animal Rescue SPCA. Everybody knows who the SPCA is.
Good.
But right now is the time of year when people are starting to think about giving and charitable contributions. It's the giving season, and the SPCA is doing a fantastic job of focusing on who the SPCA is and the message of giving right now. Why is that?
Because it is Giving Tuesday. It starts on Saturday. November's here. Can you believe it?
Wait, what?
Where'd October go? So this Saturday, November 1st, we will begin our Giving Tuesday campaign, and we will start our mission of raising $130,000. That's our goal this year, which is $30,000 more than last November, because times are tough and things are expensive. So we've got to make this money. But it's also because we have a $70,000 match this year when we usually only get $50,000. So those who are right now able to give have been like, well, take my money and make more money than you did last year. So it's an online fundraiser, which is a little bit different than, your in-person galas. But we found that they're the most impactful because people can help from the comfort of their own couches. Like, you do not have to leave your home
In
to
their
help
pajamas.
pets. In their pajamas.
In their pajamas. We've got a QR code for you. If you're in your pajamas right now, all comfy, cozy, or in your sweats or yoga pants, trust me, I get the yoga pants.
Exactly. And so it makes it the easiest way. Like, you don't have to be extroverted, introverted. Anyone can donate. It can be $5. It could be $50. It could be $500, whatever you're able to give. And so every Tuesday for Giving Tuesday, hence the name, Sydney, our marketing supervisor, will be posting videos of animals that we have helped. And so that's a part of the campaign, so that when you're giving, you're not like, where's my money going? We're telling you exactly what your funding goes towards, how it helps pets in our community, but also pets that are already in loving homes. So the first video will drop November 4th, next Tuesday.
So give us a little preview, though.
Okay.
Give us a preview of all the content that you're going to be putting out through the month of November, talking about where is my money going. Yes, you will be dropping this information throughout the entire month of November, but tell folks at home what some of these programs are.
Yes. Okay. So of course we're most known for adoption. So dogs and cats. We help homeless pets in Northern Nevada, but we also have programs available to pet owners, whether you got your pet from us or not, in Northern Nevada. So we have a low-cost vaccine clinic every single Saturday and Sunday at our thrift store from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. It's $20 for every single shot.
You're kidding.
Yes. Well, no, I'm not kidding. So we're able to keep it low cost, high quality, but affordable, thanks to fundraisers like Giving Tuesday. So low-cost vaccines required by Washoe County, rabies. Make sure your pets are up to date on their rabies. But we also do low-cost spay and neuter. So that's also $130 for dogs, $50 for cats. I joke with some people because that's like Beyonce tickets to get into because we are the most affordable option in Northern Nevada, but we're trying our best to expand that. We have a voucher program on top of that, so we can get local veterinarians to agree to do spay and neuters with our prices.
Wow, that's huge.
It is.
I'm sure the wait list is tremendously long.
It is, and we can't even take a wait list because it's too hard to manage, because then someone's like, well, I actually was able to get into Options Veterinary Care, so you can take me off. So we just host that button once a month. Our team is tirelessly working to get as many humans in each month, because the best way to keep pets out of our adoption centers like ours and prevent them from being homeless is preventing unwanted litters. So spay and neuter your pets. It's also best for their health and long term. So vaccine clinics, spay and neuter, but I'm not done yet. We also have Todd's Medical Fund. So that one came about in 2021, and it is literally a financial veterinary assistance program to help people who need help paying vet bills for emergency situations.
Because we all know that I mean, people love their pets. Pets are their family members, but in tough times, people make decisions and sometimes the pets go without or are unable, or they have to surrender a pet because they can't afford the issue.
Exactly.
Whatever the medical is.
And that is a problem in our community that we were trying to solve. And so Todd's Medical Fund came around because of that. And so it can be anything from maybe a dental, like your pet has periodontitis and they're getting sick because their teeth are infected. So you can apply for Todd's to help pay for a dental as much as we can at the point of the time. It also includes end of life. So like you mentioned, it takes a couple $100s to send our beloved pets over the Rainbow Bridge. And some people don't even have that. And so they unnecessarily watch their pet suffer, or they have to relinquish them because they're like, maybe someone else can help this pet. But we don't want people to have to do that. So Todd's Medical Fund is another one. And we have a lot of people who donate specifically to that fund. But those programs, we have a Jackie's Community Cat. So if you have ferals in your community or in your company's neighborhood for those warehouse workers, you can rent traps from us so that we can help get them a spay and neuter so your 5 neighborhood cats don't turn into 25. But our main programs are vaccine.
No idea.
We do so much behind the scenes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So with all of this, the key message is the SPCA does far more than, and I don't want to use the word just, animal adoption, but you're there for the animals. And during the month of November and during giving season, there is a match. So for every dollar that you donate, somebody else is going to be matching that dollar. So it's bang for your buck.
Yes, double bang for your buck.
Where do people go?
So go to our website, spcanevada.org/donate. This link is already live, even though it doesn't start till Saturday. We figured, why wait? This is Scout. He will be our first. Now Riley, but Scout will be our first video going out on Tuesday.
Perfect.
But you can visit our website at spcanevada.org/donate. You can donate online. And remember, $5 equates to 10, $50 equates to 100. So this is the time to give because, like you said, double your money.
So Nayla, thank you so much. That website to donate, spcanevada.org/donate. You can see it there on your screen. You are watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I'm so excited to have Amanda Colson here, the director, choreographer, and author of SIAMSA Celtic Christmas, the show, of course, a Christmas tradition in our community. And Amanda, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for the invitation. Yes.
I have to, full ownership, full disclosure, I am so excited because my son ran up to me with his permission slip, literally ran to me with the permission slip and said, Mom, you need to sign this because my school is going to watch Celtic dancing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait till he will be so excited. I can tell you the kids show, which is just primarily just the school kids there, and the school teachers and some chaperones here in that room. Oh my gosh, it's such a wonderful performance for all of the performers because the kids are such a great audience. It really gets everybody excited about the evening show, as well.
Yes. So for the evening show, well, first of all, let's go into SIAMSA because you are the author of it.
Right.
What is the story?
Okay, the story actually is about a few young siblings who recently, they are recently orphaned. And they, the young ones, this year we have one little girl who's just extraordinary and so cute. And the girl she plays Kaylee, the big sister is Holly. And they, the little ones really wanting to know what it was like. What was Christmas like when their mummy and daddy were alive? Anyway, so that's how it begins. And it's very touching. And they're thinking about all the different things. But it gets up to the candle in the window. Dad used to put a candle in the window every year. And that is a tradition in many countries. But in this particular story, they start searching for the candle, the light that represents the true meaning of Christmas. So they go from, in Act 1, they go from village to village to village. That's where you see this extraordinary dancing, all different types of dancing, Celtic, there's even a tap challenge thing, and
Oh, that's
And then,
great. But like Celtic, like river dance, like that type of dancing. And are these all local performers?
well, yes, the company is local. And local, they've been trained and they've been studying, and we start rehearsals back at Labor Day, straight after Labor Day, and so they're all trained and ready, but they're also well versed in ballet, tap, and Irish. And also a lot of them are doing drama classes, acting classes. So, and then we have the vocalists who are the Celtic Women's Chorus are variable professionals and younger amateurs. However, the whole purpose of the organization is to take young, aspiring dancers, singers, actors, musicians, and have them experience a professional production with professional people. So I also bring in the most extraordinary talent, especially Irish dancers who are world champions. This year we have Rory Patrick, and we have another young lady from Northern England, Katie. And then we have Aidan Huff, who he's a 5-time world champion.
Wow.
He's just extraordinary. Unbelievable.
Dancing alongside these multidisciplined performers that are also local.
Yes.
So awesome. And I should say, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this is Shamrock Productions. That's you. So, so this is an amazing multidisciplinary type of performance, as well as acting, and you're bringing in world-renowned performers as well.
Yes. And then on top of that, we have the musicians. Now, that's another thing. We have Musica Sierra, who are a trio of guitar, traditional Celtic music, guitar, violin, percussion. And then we have another guitarist coming from Brazil who is in the gypsy scene. We have Marina Rosnatowski, who is the principal harpist with the Arena Phil. She plays a role. But she's extraordinary.
Well, this is going to be a phenomenal performance, and it's at the Grand Sierra Resort on December 4th.
December 4th. It's a Thursday evening.
At 7 p.m. So get your tickets now, right? And get seated before 7 p.m. Get in there so that way you can...
Good point. Good point. Yeah, so that we don't have to hold the show.
Well, Amanda, thank you so much for always putting on such an extraordinary Christmas tradition for our community. And outside of SIAMSA, if anybody is interested in becoming a performer through Shamrock Productions, where do they go?
Well, my dance school is called Dance and Performing Arts Center. And that's where the children and adults learn Irish dancing, tap. We have extraordinary classical
And that
teacher.
website?
That's it. That one is danceanddancing.com.
Wonderful.
And no G's. And then you can go on to SIAMSA in the Facebook and everything like this, SIAMSA Celtic Christmas. You can go on to Shamrock Productions. There's so many places to get the connections with.
Okay, thank
and
you.
If they want to buy tickets, it's 789-1115, I believe. That's the box office, and that's the best way to go.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me. Yeah,
You're watching 2+ Nevada. You are watching 2+ Nevada, and joining us this afternoon, Clay Hall with Win Speaker Series. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
Oh my gosh. So Win has been around forever. How many
Forever.
years?
Like 57, 58, started in 1968.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
almost as old as me.
And throughout the years, Win has done such a phenomenal job in growing with the community and elevating itself. And what I love about Win Speaker Series is once a month you bring in a speaker who's so motivational and really gets people jazzed. What kind of speakers do you look for?
Well, we look for people that are either going to have some type of business message, some type of motivational message, or something really practical that you can take away and implement like that day in your business or in your personal life.
And I can speak to this because I attend Win events, and every time I leave, it's like I've got this list of, oh, I want to implement this. Oh, I want to do this, whether it be personal or professional. It really gets you amped to do better.
Absolutely, yeah. And we've had some great speakers from outside the area who, they do different things, right? There'll be maybe an experiential thing. We all stand up and we have to look at somebody and have that uncomfortable moment, right? Which is great because it leads to growth. So there's a lot of great topics and a lot of diversity too among the things we talk about.
And this Friday, you have a speaker who's super cool. And by the way, these are breakfast events.
They're breakfast events.
Go to them.
Yep.
You can go to them before work, and you've got that motivation, that Friday fun-filled, thought process. But this Friday, who are you bringing in?
So we're bringing in Connor Fields. He's a 3-time Olympian. He is a really incredible guy. He first went to the Olympics in London when he was 19, and pretty confident guy, right? And finished out, didn't medal. And then he came back in the next Olympics and won a medal and won the gold medal. And when he could have, he could have settled for the silver, but he went for gold and he won. And then he went to the Olympics in Tokyo, which was delayed a year by the COVID pandemic. And he suffered a serious brain injury, actually 4 serious brain injuries. And that was his Olympic career done, right? BMX rider. And so now he coaches BMX. He is a motivational speaker. Obviously, we're bringing him in. And so his story is really a story of resilience. And so I'm excited to see him. Yeah.
Yeah. And to hear from someone who's been at the top, who gets that gold to traumatic brain injury and your career is done.
Right.
I mean, that's a massive fall.
Well, it's hard, right? Because you're used to the spotlight.
Yeah.
Right. And the adulation. And now you're fighting for your lives. And that's different. But he's competitive. Right. And so he tells that story.
That's super cool. So do you have to be a member of WIN to attend these breakfasts? How does that work?
Yeah. So you don't have to. We prefer it. But you don't have to be a member. You can register on our website. You can come as a guest. You can be invited by somebody as a guest as well. But you don't have to be a member.
And the best way if you aren't a member of WIN is to find somebody who is a member of WIN, have them bring you as a guest, because then you get introduced to the crowd. So if you're in that networking realm as well and you want people to know who you are, what you do, that is a really good way to get in. And WIN has such a great membership that I'm sure you'll find a member out there.
For sure, yeah. And we do offer that, so you get introduced at the beginning, so everybody gets eyes on you, and you get to say, hey, they talk about your company a little bit. And then the other thing that we do is we also network at the tables. So you get a chance to meet the people at the table, because a lot of times you go to these breakfast meetings and oh, hey Sarah, hi Clay, and then that's kind of it. Right. But here you really see people exchanging business cards and ideas and different things. And then you get to know them, and you see them the next time at a meeting. You're like, oh, hey, I remember you.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool thing.
Well, and really and truly, WIN is how we got to know each other.
Absolutely.
Now here we are on TV together.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you never know what you're going to, what kind of relationship you're going to build at an event. But your speakers are really spot on, and they are high level, and they aren't really local speakers. You bring them in.
Yeah, we do 10 events a year. We do look for people outside the area. We'll do 1 or 2 a year maybe we have a local panel. We had the university folks come down, President Sandoval was there and so forth. But typically, we look for people outside the area so people don't think like, oh, I've already seen that person speak.
Yeah. Well, Clay, thank you so much. For people to get more information on being a member or to see what speakers you have coming in at future events, where do they go?
They can go to winspeakerseries.com, and they can read about our events, and they can also register to come to Friday's event.
Awesome. Clay, thank you so much for joining us today. You're watching 2+U Nevada. Are you a business or nonprofit and want to be featured on 2+U Nevada? Have a Mom to Mom Monday, a Tried It Tuesday, or even a cute pic you just want to show us? The whole point of 2+U Nevada is the plus you. You can send us your content by visiting our website. Head to 2news.com and click on 2+U Nevada. Or you can email us at 2+UNevada@ktvn.com. 'Tis the season for festive gatherings, sweet treats, and potentially world records. There's possibly no better place for a mass-scale cookie exchange than the Kringle Kitchen in Washington, Pennsylvania. That's where members of a Pittsburgh area Facebook group gathered Sunday for what they hope was the world's largest Christmas cookie exchange. Organizers say at least 80,000 cookies were traded, and 33 baking teams of 10 people each cranked out the confections.
We hope to establish a world record. Right now, there is not one, but I think we'll establish one today. We're doing everything we can with the paperwork and trying to do it right.
And these bakers meant business. A wristband was required for entry. The smiles, though, those were free. The National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum unveiled an officially licensed collection of 3 National Lampoon's Christmas bobbleheads, featuring the station wagon, RV, and squirrel. This to celebrate the anniversary of the 1989 release of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. All 3 played prominent roles in the slapstick comedy, which debuted in December of 1989. The baubles, which are individually numbered to 1989, are available exclusively through the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum's online store. They're $35 each, or you can get the set of 3 for a Benjamin, $8 shipping. There is a catch, though. These aren't expected to ship until May. That is our show this afternoon. Thank you for inviting us into your home. We look forward to joining you each weekday at 3 for 2+U Nevada. 2 News Nevada at 4 starts now.